actually, and I want to know from which country you came to India, and what was your previous name, and when did you came in Islam, and when did you gain Islam, and what name you choose for you, Islamic name, and then when you became Shia, and what are the reasons to converting Islam and then converting Shiism?
Okay, so many questions.
Three questions are there.
Yeah, many questions. First of all, I'm French, and I was born Christian. I was a staunch Catholic. I was Catholic.
What was your Catholic name?
Jean.
And then you converted in Islam.
What
was the reason?
I converted to Islam when I traveled to Syria. I met some Sufi people in Syria, and it reminded me of the way Christian would live in the Middle Ages. It was very, very pure, very innocent way of living, and I really liked it. But at that time, I wasn't prepared to become Muslim. I was just a tourist, and I wanted to enjoy life. And it's only when I came back to France that I realized that truth was in Islam. And so I went back to Syria, and I converted to Islam. And it was a Sunni mosque. I converted with a Sunni mosque.
In Syria, which place?
In Damascus.
In Damascus. Which mosque?
The mosque was called Sarougia Mosque. Yes. And after that, after a very short while, from Sunni, I came to Sufism with Khalif Tariqa Shadiliya fi Dimashq. In fact, he's the greatest sheikh of all time. And my sheikh is called Sheikh Ahmed Adel-Rashid. Sheikh Ahmed Adel-Rashid.
No, what do you see in Islam? Which thing caused to you to become a Muslim?
Only love for Allah.
Only love for Allah.
It is love for Allah.
First of all, you are loving God now.
Sorry?
First, when you are Catholic,
yes,
you are loving God.
Yes, I love.
But what is the difference?
Okay, because in Europe, Catholicism is very different. Okay, the difference is that in Europe, Christianism is finished. Catholicism is finished. There is no. It's very little, minimal what is left. However, when I came to Syria and I saw Muslim people, especially the Sufi people, I was really moved. My heart was really moved. In Europe, Catholicism used to be maybe 500 years ago. Now it's no more Catholicism, it's finished. That is why I converted to Islam, and I stayed in Syria for 2 years. I studied with my sheikh Sufism, and then I went back to France. I got married, I had a life. Unfortunately, my sheikh passed away, went to another world. And about 1 year ago, I had very strong sign from Allah about Shia. And it was very, very strong. It's personal, so I cannot really explain what kind of sign it was. But of course, I did not know if it was sign from Allah, sign from Shaitan, so I studied about Shia. I studied about Shia, and also I went to Iran twice. I went to Mashhad, and something very special happened to me. When I arrived in Iran, Allah had made everything ready for me. Someone had booked a room for my hotel, my flight to Mashhad was booked, and I did not have to pay anything. It was like something coming from heaven. So, I just follow the path. I went to Mashhad, and I was really impressed by the organization, the way people were very, very kind to each other, very peace-loving people. I really loved Mashhad. I really loved the shrine of Imam Reza. I was really moved. Then I went back to Europe, and I went a second time to Iran in August. I went to Qom. And I want to cry now when I think about it, because when I was in Qom,
you saw so many scholars.
I was in Qom. It's not really the scholars, but it's a shrine of Sayyidati Fatima Masumeh. And again, I had really big signs from Allah, very strong signs from Allah, and my heart was really moved. And this is when I already became Shia.
Yes. You read the book of Then I Was Guided of Tejani Sunisi?
Yes, I saw. I saw his books on the internet. Yes, very interesting. What I found out about the difference between Shia and Sunni, what is really, there are two things that are very strong. The first one is Karbala, the tragedy of Karbala. And I don't understand how my Sunni brothers still celebrate Ashura.
They enjoy.
They enjoy Ashura because they say it's a sunnah. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to celebrate Ashura. Of course, it was because of what happened to Moses and the Pharaoh. Very different. But of course, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ would not celebrate Ashura, because of Karbala. Of course not.
Yes.
So this is something that for me it's a no-go, no area. I mean, how can you celebrate Ashura for something that happened 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, about Pharaoh and what happened to Imam Hussein and all the family of Prophet ﷺ. So this is something, that's the first point. The second point I find very, very strong against Sunnism, but it doesn't work, is the way they talk about Sayyidati Fatima, radiallahu anha. They say that they said that Sayyidati Fatima wanted to die because she wanted to meet Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. But Sayyidati Fatima, she was a mother. When you are a mother, you don't want to die, you want to live for your children. And she was a wife. And when you are a wife, you want to live for your husband. How can you say that she wanted to die? The story of the Sunni says...
No, she don't want to die.
No, I know, but this is what the Sunni says.
Yeah, yes.
This is what the Sunni says. The Sunni story is, she was very sad when Prophet Muhammad passed away, ﷺ, and she never smiled anymore. Then, one day, after 6 months, she woke up very smiling, very pleased, very joyful, and people say, what happened? Why you are so happy? And she said that, please put my bed in the middle of the courtyard. She went on her bed, she lay on her bed, and she died. This is the story from the Sunni. This doesn't match what Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told us. He told us that Sayyidati Fatima is a perfect woman. There are 4 women that are perfect. There is Asya, Maryam, Khadija, and Sayyidati Fatima. So if Sayyidati Fatima is perfect, how come she forget about her children and her husband? Especially Sayyidati Fatima was an orphan. She lost her mom, and she knows what it is to be an orphan. So she doesn't want that for Zainab, for Hassan, for Hussein. So the story doesn't match the reality. And if you read what the Shia said about the Sayyidati Fatima, then you start to understand that what the Sunni do, they undress Sayyidati Fatima to dress Omar. So for me, there are those two things.
He took the fire and wood on his...
Yes, exactly, on the house. And also there is also another thing, is that in Sunnism, we are taught that the 4 caliphs are the same. Abu Bakr, Omar, Osman, Ali, they are in the same level. No, I am sorry, because Sayyidina Ali was born in the Kaaba.
Yeah.
And when you say that to the Sunni, to my Sunni brother, I say, do you know, they don't know. They say, no, yes, yes. If you study, if you check, then you realize it's true.
No, but that miracle is not born in Kaaba. Miracle was the wall of the Kaaba was opened for him.
I did not know that.
That is a miracle, no?
I did not know about that.
But when he wanted to born, her mother went to Kaaba and told God, oh God, I am the slave of you, help me. Because I am having the pain of delivery, etc. And then when she asked for Allah, that relief the pain of Allah, and the door has opened, not the door is opened, the side
wall has broken.
The wall has opened, and still, inshallah, if you go to Kaaba, you can find it at the behind of the door of Kaaba, and you see in the right side, at the corner, this much has opened. And so many kings, they want to remove that, and they want to put some something to that
to cover it.
Yes. But still from 1,400 years ago, so many kings they tried to
hide it.
But you can go and see now also.
Inshallah,
Inshallah,
inshallah.
yes, 2 years back, 2.5 years back, I had gone to Makkah. Makkah, and I saw that. But I took the photo, I don't know how they came.
Okay, so Sayyidina Ali was very different from the other caliphs. For example, in Uhud, he stayed with Sayyidina Rasulullah, while Osman escaped.
The Prophet told me, no, and whom I am his master, and Ali is his master. He didn't tell to anyone.
Yes, there are many things like that. Yes.
And then after 25 years also, he was kept quiet. If he took the sword, then that he can take the caliph, first caliph he was. But you know, one thing if you do with the sword,
yes.
it will solve. So many people they are sleeping. Maybe the people they get out from bed, and then after 25 years after they found who is Ali, and then they told him to take care. And then Muawiyah also, and then he was not ready to accept his caliph and kingdom, and then he was the governor of Syria, and then he told, no, I will not accept your caliph, I am the caliph, and he was the independent caliph of Syria.
Alhamdulillah.
There, and then the Genghis Khan was started now.
Yes.
Genghis Khan from
war
between Ali and Muawiyah. From there the Sunnism and Shi'ism spread. Yes. That spread from Idi Ghadi, Sunnism and Shi'ism, Shia Ali. And then it was from at the time of Muawiyah, it spread more.
You know, when I was in Qom, something happened. Is that at that time my sheikh passed away. He passed away, and you know, all those kind of coincidences made me to think, okay, my Sheikh Ahmed al-Rashid is a Khalif of Sayyidina Muhammad. When Sayyidina Muhammad passed away, you have to choose who is going to be your Khalif. Abu Bakr, Umar, Osman, or Ali. I am Sufi, and in Sufi we have a silsila, and the silsila goes to Sayyidina Ali. In the silsila there is no Abu Bakr, no Umar, no Osman, no Sayyidina at all. No silsila. So this is one of the reasons why also I am Shia. Many reasons, and also from Allah, many signs.
No, I was
Muhammad Malik.
Muhammad Malik.
Muhammad Malik, yes.
Yes.
Muhammad Malik, yes.
They want to thank you and that you have given them so many things from my Shia link. They want to spread. They are having one.
You are most welcome.
Yes.
You are most welcome. It's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
God bless you and
thank you for your welcome. Thank you very much. شكرا جزيلا. شكرا جزيلا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.